Hello, I'm Miranda Khan. After spending more than 5 years in a Cuban prison, Alan Gross is back in the U.S. and is speaking for the first time.
It was crucial to my survival, knowing that I was not forgotten. Your prayers and your actions have been comforting, reassuring, and sustaining.
Gross was working as a contractor when he was arrested for bringing illegal communication equipment inside Cuba. He was sentenced to 15 years in a Havana prison, but now he's back in the U.S. after a recent thaw in relations between the United States and Cuba. Meanwhile, the president detailed his new plan for relations with Cuba.
The United States will reestablish an embassy in Havana, and high-ranking officials will visit Cuba. Where we can advance shared interests, we will.
The president also mentioned the release of an unidentified U.S. intelligence agent who's been jailed in Cuba now for nearly 20 years. Well, more trouble for Russia's economy. Russia's prime minister has been leading meetings. The trading again sends the value of its dollar down. It's lost about half its value this year against other currencies, 20% this week alone. Some blame sinking oil prices and sanctions over Russia's involvement in Ukraine for the drop. Morning today after the deadly Taliban attack on a Pakistani school. Overnight, the official death toll rose to 148 people, most of whom were children under the age of 15. Several school staff members, including the principal, were also killed in that attack. In response to it, the prime minister has lifted the ban on the death penalty for convicted terrorists. That ban has been in place now over the past 6 years. A European Union court removes the Palestinian group Hamas from its list of terror organizations, but the court stressed it's just a technical move and more evidence is needed to put Hamas back on that list. The Palestinian organization is considered a terrorist group by the U.S. and Israel. It was put on the EU's watch list after the 9/11 attacks. The FDA approves a blood test that can tell you if you're at risk of a heart attack. The test is designed for people with no history of heart disease, and it will be especially useful for women, according to the FDA. For more information about your heart health, you can visit simplehearttest.com. President Obama may be popular on Google, but apparently not so much for Hillary Clinton. According to the top U.S. Google searches for 2014, the former Secretary of State and possible 2016 presidential candidate doesn't even make the list. I'm Miranda Khan. That was your latest Newsmax Now update. More coming your way in 30 minutes.